What's up guys, it's Tom here and welcome to a brand new Liverpool news video, and we will talk about Virgil van Dijk and Trent Alexander-Arnold's contract situation, because they will both sit down with Liverpool after their holidays are over and they join the preseason training to discuss new contract terms. And this is the latest updates on both players. You will hear that in this video, plus a big update around Riccardo Calafiori, who is on the verge of signing for Arsenal, reported by Fabrizio Romano. Not at home at the moment. We got away for a few days to get some rest with my girlfriend, but I'm still dedicated to you guys and to making these videos. So if you enjoy these, just leave a like and subscribe if you're new around here. So David Lynch, who is a very reliable Liverpool-based journalist, is well connected with Liverpool Football Club. He's reporting that Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk has continually reiterated his love for Liverpool and his pride over captaining the club. So Virgil van Dijk is really proud to captain Liverpool FC and he wants to sign a new contract. So I think if Liverpool don't offer him a really disrespectful low wage, then Virgil van Dijk will sign a new contract. We are very excited about that, and Di Marzio is reporting that Van Dijk is unlikely to leave Liverpool this season as Liverpool enter a new era under Arne. So this is what Di Marzio said. I don't think Van Dijk will leave this summer. At this moment, after the Jurgen Klopp era, I think Van Dijk can be so important to transmit the ideas of Liverpool to the new coach. So I don't think they will let him go this summer. And Arne Slot is Dutch, Van Dijk is Dutch, so they will have a good relationship, good communication. And Di Marzio went on to say, at the end of this season, we will see if he will go or not. I don't think he will play for another Premier League team. I only think offers can arrive from Saudi Arabia, because he's a player who is wanted there. So those offers will arrive for Van Dijk. I don't know when, with an economic proposal for him, and we will see if the player wants to try this experience or stay in Europe and fight for titles and the Champions League. So we can safely assume that Van Dijk will stay at Liverpool, not just next season but beyond next season, because he will get a new contract offer. And I think even at 33 years old, Van Dijk will feel that he's at the top of his game. And by the way, I read a statistic that Van Dijk played 67 games for club and country in the 23-24 season, same as Darwin Núñez. There are like 4 or 5 players who only played 3 games more, and all the rest played less games than Van Dijk and Núñez, which is absolutely crazy. 67 games in one season. That is honestly on the verge of impossible, physically and mentally as well. So really FIFA and UEFA should reduce the number of international games, because there are already enough club games to go around. And the way that they introduced like Nations League, which is just another competition, and they are even playing friendlies on top of the Nations League, the Euros, the World Cup, the European qualifiers, the World Cup qualifiers. It's absolutely ridiculous, the amount of games that these top footballers play. I mean, it's almost a miracle that Van Dijk didn't get injured more often, playing 67 games. So he deserves this holiday that he's on right now. And Phil Thompson is fearful about the Van Dijk contract situation. And he's fearful that Van Dijk will leave Liverpool this summer. This is what he said. Van Dijk had a fantastic last season. The season before he has had a big struggle, but he had been coming back from his injury. Last season he embraced the Liverpool captaincy. He enjoyed that responsibility. But I think that made him a better player last season. I thought he did alright with the national team at the Euros. The Netherlands went to the semi-finals and they were a little bit unlucky to lose to England in the last minutes. Jeff Stelling, you do have a hang on Liverpool players. You are trying to get Van Dijk out of the door, for goodness sake. Virgil has done very, very well. I'm hoping he will stay there. It's the not knowing that he will stay. He's a compatriot of Arne Slot, so hopefully that will help Virgil van Dijk make up his mind. So yes, Phil Thompson, he's an outsider. He's not working for Liverpool or working with Liverpool really. He's working as a pundit, I think, for LFC TV, but he doesn't really have any inside scoop around what is going on with the Liverpool contracts. And of course, many Liverpool fans, including Phil Thompson, is really anxious about the future of Van Dijk, Trent and Mo Salah. And I think we can be the least concerned about Van Dijk's contract situation because he's the Liverpool captain. Why would you want to leave to go to Saudi Arabia at 33 years old when you are the Liverpool captain and you are still at the peak of your powers? When he stops being good and when he stops being a Liverpool starter, then I can understand why Van Dijk would want to leave. But not right now, and especially not this summer. Maybe next summer there is a conversation. But I think Liverpool will sit down with Van Dijk after his holidays are over and we will flesh out a new contract and Van Dijk will sign it. Maybe he signs a 2-year contract, and then if next summer Van Dijk is still doing well, then Liverpool can rest easy that he is still on a 2-year contract. So yeah, that's my opinion. Let me know what is yours about this Van Dijk contract situation. So Richard Hughes, the sporting director, will sit down with Van Dijk and discuss a possible deal, and the time will eventually come when Liverpool need to part ways with Van Dijk. But the very strong performances of Van Dijk last season indicate that he is still not slowing down and he still has a lot to give to Liverpool. Fabrizio Romano also is reporting that the situation is quiet around Van Dijk. Lots of rumors surrounding Liverpool captain Virgil van Dijk. But as we already mentioned here, the day after his recent statement, so far the situation is quiet. Liverpool have not received any proposal for Van Dijk. Virgil is on holiday, so again it's quiet around Van Dijk and Liverpool are waiting for him to come back from his holidays. That's when we will sit down with the new manager and that's when the contract talks will start with Van Dijk. And talking about another centre-back, let's give you an update on Riccardo Calafiori, and after that we will talk about Trent Alexander-Arnold's contract situation. So Didi Hamann believes Calafiori would be a perfect fit for Liverpool. He said Calafiori is a very good player, he's so comfortable on the ball. It's no surprise that when he missed Italy's game against Switzerland, they put in a terrible performance, they were awful. That came after he set up the last minute equalizer against Croatia. I think Van Dijk said he wants to stay, he wants to be with his fellow countryman Arne, he wants to help him get back to winning ways at Liverpool. Konate is a brilliant defender, but he has too many injuries. Calafiori would be a very good player, depending on how much he would cost. But Calafiori is going to Arsenal. Arsenal and Bologna have reached an agreement for Calafiori after breakthrough revealed earlier. So Fabrizio Romano said that the transfer fee is 40 million euros plus 5 million add-ons and sell-on clause. That's actually a very, very good price for a player of Calafiori's quality. He's still like 22, 23 years old, and Arsenal are getting an absolute gem for around maximum 38 million pounds, even with add-ons and bonuses. And the base fee of 40 million, that's like 35 million pounds. That's very cheap for a defender of Calafiori's quality. But Basel and Bologna has agreed a 50% sell-on payment terms. So the surprise is that Bologna didn't ask for more money from Arsenal. Let's talk about the Trent Alexander-Arnold situation because that's a lot more complicated. Real Madrid are circling around Trent Alexander-Arnold like sharks, and the next few weeks will be pivotal in mapping out Trent Alexander-Arnold's future. That's what Ian Doyle, who is also another very well-respected Liverpool-based journalist, talks will be held with the sporting director Hughes and the on-field hierarchy over the offer of a new deal. So Liverpool will offer Trent a new contract, that's without question. But just as important will be the vision mapped out by new boss Arne for Trent Alexander-Arnold, and also in terms of his team tactics, his recruitment, the player's own long-term position. So where does Arne see Trent Alexander-Arnold play? Will Trent Alexander-Arnold thrive and flourish in that role? Would he want to play in that role? What kind of vision does Arne set out for Liverpool? And also the club needs to tell Alexander-Arnold that our vision is still the same. We are going to the very top. We are targeting the Champions League, the Premier League, and we are signing players to achieve that. This is a very tricky situation for Liverpool because once Salah and Trent and Van Dijk commits to new contracts, that's when Liverpool's transfer strategy will be more clear. Until that happens, Liverpool are still in limbo because we don't know whether we just need to sign a couple of young players who complement the squad, or do we need to sign starters in those positions. I think we need to sign a starter in the defensive midfield position, so Liverpool should go for Ederson, who is there waiting for Liverpool to strike a deal with Atalanta. And we need to sign a right winger who can back up Mo Salah as well. Trent Alexander-Arnold said this about Jurgen Klopp: "I enjoyed every moment I worked with him. We shared amazing memories. I forged an amazing relationship, amazing bond." So of course, if that were to happen, that Klopp took over the England job, we would pick up where we left off. I would be surprised if he did take it. It was clear when he announced, when he was leaving, the conversation I have with him, everything on social media. He seems to be enjoying this time off. So it would be a huge surprise if Klopp took over England right now. I don't think he will, but I think Jurgen Klopp is exactly the manager that England needs. It's clear that Trent Alexander-Arnold will be offered a new deal. However, Liverpool fan doesn't believe that he would happily leave his boyhood club on a free transfer, knowing the transfer fee that Liverpool could get for him would be huge, extortionate, and important to the future of the club. That's if he was wanting to leave, of course. So yeah, it's different than Gerrard leaving on a free transfer, because Gerrard was at the end of his career. Trent Alexander-Arnold is at the absolute peak of his career. And he loves Liverpool. Even if he would leave, he would want to leave Liverpool on the right terms. And that's not on a free transfer, going to Real Madrid and in the process screwing over Liverpool. Because Trent Alexander-Arnold is a £100 million player, or at least worth 100 million euros. So if he leaves Liverpool on a free, that leaves Liverpool in an awful position. You need to replace one of the best right backs in the world, and you have no money to show for it that he left, apart from getting rid of his wages. The only scenario I can see is Trent Alexander-Arnold signs a new contract, inserts a release clause into it, so if he does decide to leave, at least Liverpool are fairly compensated. And the release clause should be at least £80 million. But I would set it at 120 million pounds. But if Trent says to Liverpool, maybe in 1 or 2 years I would like to leave, so I only sign a new contract if you insert an £80 million release clause, then Liverpool have to do it pretty much. Otherwise we risk losing him for absolutely nothing. I wouldn't sell Trent under any circumstances this summer. And I don't think he would leave on a free transfer, because that would absolutely ruin his legacy. And Liverpool are preparing to solve this situation by holding talks between Trent Alexander-Arnold and Arne Slot. We already reported that. But currently Trent Alexander-Arnold is on an extended period of leave, which means he's on holiday. And Slot wants to put to rest these rumors. And Ben Jacobs is also reporting that Arne Slot will hold talks with Trent Alexander-Arnold, and he will share more details about his role after they have spoken face to face, because Arne Slot doesn't want to have these conversations over the phone. And of course Real Madrid are still interested in Trent Alexander-Arnold. They are waiting whether he will be available on a free transfer. I remember Real Madrid signed Mbappe on a free transfer. It wasn't really free because they paid a huge bonus to Mbappe to sign, but still they didn't have to pay anything to PSG. But that scenario that Trent leaves on a free is very unlikely, because Real Madrid are right now not actively pursuing Trent, because they know they don't want to sign him right now, because Liverpool would ask for a ridiculous amount of money. But it will be a nervous wait for Liverpool fans until Trent Alexander-Arnold comes back and sits down with Arne Slot, and hopefully we will hear in some interviews that he wants to stay and he will commit his long-term future to Liverpool, hopefully. Real Madrid love a free transfer. They signed David Alaba, Antonio Rudiger on free transfers as well. And their current first choice right back, Danny Carvajal, he's out of contract in 2025. So it's perfectly set up from Real Madrid point of view that Carvajal leaves on a free and Trent Alexander comes in as a free transfer. I mean, if that happens, I would absolutely hate that to happen, and I would have a grudge against Trent Alexander, even though I absolutely love him right now. But what Liverpool need to do is we need to make Trent Alexander one of Liverpool's highest paid players. So we need to give him a salary which is very close to Mo Salah's salary, because I rate Trent Alexander as highly as Mo Salah because of his contributions. And that's it for today's video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. That's the whole situation around Trent Alexander-Arnold. I hope you guys appreciate this video. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day. See you later. Goodbye.